as I like to call it, boy meets car.
It's not just the introduction to the show and Goku, it's also the introduction to his longtime co-star, endearing main character, Vegeta's eventual baby mama, Bulma.
You know, it's kind of crazy that this all starts off with a simple accident.
She shoots him in the head.
Yeah, but she's a teenage girl and he totaled her car. Ask me, he got off kind of light.
It's actually a fascinating and kind of adorable scene that really gives you everything you need to know about Goku. A simple-minded, crude, but well-meaning boy with super strength.
And a tail.
It also gives you everything you need to know about Bulma. A smart, independent young woman.
Who, incidentally, wants the Dragon Ball so she can wish for a lifetime supply of strawberries, but then amends that to wanting the perfect boyfriend.
Let's look at her dating record here for a sec. Yamcha and Vegeta.
Really could have used that wish.
Everything started here, as many things do, with one boy and one girl. 3.
Oh, sail done f***ed up.
Who knew that the turning point of this arc would come down to Android 16 and Mr. Satan?
Well, also Gohan, but good legwork on the part of Satan.
Who would have guessed he was a team player the whole time?
This really turns out to be one of the biggest, most dramatic transformations in the series.
Accompanied by a haunting song, striking visuals, and one of the most dramatic power-ups the series has ever presented.
It's truly remarkable.
It's also something that the series has been building up to since the very beginning. All those moments of Gohan going berserk, and it all comes to a head here, in this chilling moment.
Gohan, the child of prophecy. And poor Goten never really stood a chance.
He had Gotenks.
Easily one of the most beautifully done transformations in the entire franchise, and the culmination of the character. This rightfully takes its spot at number 3. 2.
Now this one might seem anticlimactic for some, but it's where it is on the list because it means a lot to the series.
Imagine watching all 153 episodes of Dragon Ball, following the adventures of a mystical monkey boy as he grows into a man.
Only to find out that he's an alien, and he's got a brother, and his brother is here to wipe out humanity.
While elements of science fiction were never a stranger to the Dragon Ball world, what with Capsule Corp, Red Ribbon's original androids, etc., this moment really turns the world as you know it on its head.
All of a sudden, the entire galaxy is opened up for Goku and the gang to adventure their way through.
And not in that fakakta GT way either.
To those who started with Z, it might not seem like much, but its effect on the series as a whole is unprecedented.
And speaking of events that would change the series,
number 1.
But first, here are some honorable mentions.
Don't you judge us.
You knew this was going to be here. It had to be here.
Those blonde spikes are on every other piece of Dragon Ball merchandise ever made. And this scene started it all.
Not to mention the long chain of Super Saiyan transformations to come after that.
Before becoming a Super Saiyan became every Saiyan's birthright, this moment shows us not only the realization of the Super Saiyan prophecy mentioned throughout the arc, but it's also the first real transformation Goku has ever undergone. I mean, besides Ozaru.
And all because Krillin died again. Way to go, little guy.
This is a moment that everyone remembers. Hell, our most viewed episode of all time, by millions, starts with this scene.
When most people think of Dragon Ball, it's often not the magical adventures trying to find the Dragon Balls or the impressive exhibition of strength and cunning at the World Martial Arts tournaments.
As awesome as that stuff is, it's the lone warrior standing up against the merciless villain in his most dire moment that most people think of.
And this scene truly captures that in one desperate, dramatic climax, before there was a Super Saiyan for every day of the week.
So while this might not be the moment that comes to mind when you think of Dragon Ball,
it's impossible to ignore the impact this scene left on the series, and what it meant for all of its characters.
Thank you for joining us this month as we looked back on what we love and remember about one of our favorite series. We hope some of your most iconic moments made the list.
But if it didn't, go ahead and leave a comment below and share them with us.
And for now, sayonara, and have a happy DBcember.